Cosine of what?
120.
20 times.
Cosine of 45.
Yeah. Then.
Plus. Sine 120. Times sine 45.
Okay. And then we use our trig chart. Cosine 120.
Negative 1 over 2.
Negative 1 over 2. Okay. Cosine of 45.
Square root of 2 over 2.
Sine of 120.
Square root of 3 over 2.
And the sine of 45.
Square root of 2 over 2.
All right. Okay, so this is a good way to kind of remediate what you guys didn't get to last year. So when you're multiplying fractions, or square roots, sorry, you multiply anything that's under the square root, you can multiply it together. Anything that's in front of the square root, you can multiply together. So we would do top times top, so that's negative 1 times the square root of 2, or just negative square root of 2. And bottom times bottom, 2 times 2 is, of course, 4. Plus square root of 3 times the square root of 2. Since they're both under the square roots, you can multiply them. So that's the square root of 6 over 4. Now they have a common denominator. When I add them, I cannot add the square roots together because they're not the same numbers under the square roots. Multiplying you can, addition you cannot. So it's this negative square root of 2 plus the square root of 6 over 4. And that's it. Now, if we had, say, negative, or square root of 3 plus square root of 3. What that would be is you look at the understood 1 in front of those, and it'd be 2 times the square root of 3. You still don't add the numbers under the square root. You add the numbers in front. It's like adding x plus x. That's 2x. So whatever you would do to x, that's kind of what you would do to a square root. And here, since they're different, that's like doing x plus y, and I can't do anything with that. That's why I can just put them beside each other. I'm glad that came up, because that was something I wasn't aware that y'all didn't really get to. All right. Next, tangent sum and difference identities. There's 2 of these, just like there was with the other one. So again, notice this one's 2 you add together, and this one's 2 you subtract. We're trying to find the tangent of 75. So how can I write that and look at your trig chart as 2 numbers each? Oh, we want difference. So 2 numbers that subtract to give you 75. Do angle measures on this trig chart.
120 and 45.
Yeah, that's a good one. 120 minus 45. And that's A and B. So we are going to use this one because we're subtracting. That's the tangent of 120 minus the tangent of 45 over 1 plus the tangent of 120 times the tangent of 45. Everybody okay with that? All right. Tangent of 120.
Negative square root of 3.
Negative square root of 3. It's just from your chart. Minus tangent of 45. Jenna, I know you have this one. 1. Oh, okay. Then 1 plus tangent of 120 is still negative square root of 3. And tangent of 45 is still 1. Okay, so on top we have negative square root of 3 minus 1. I can't do anything with that because you're adding and subtracting. And only if they're the exact same square roots, which they're obviously not. One is and one isn't. On bottom, negative square root of 3 times 1 is negative square root of 3. You can multiply, but you can't add different ones. So this is 1 minus square root of 3. Now I cannot cancel these. If you ever see me write on your test bad math, it's usually because you've tried to cancel like square root of 3, square root of 3, 1, 1. You can't do that because there's addition and subtraction. The only way you can cancel is if they're exactly the same when you're adding and subtracting. Like if they both were square root of 3 minus 1. Or if they both were 1 minus square root of 3. The problem is this one is positive on bottom and the one is negative on top. So that's it. There's nothing I can do with that. There's our answer. And of course, those could be in any order. Like on my paper, it says square root of 3, or negative square root of 3 minus 1 over negative square root of 3 plus 1. I just changed the order. Doesn't matter what order it's in. Okay, so y'all try this one. Actually, let's get the angles first. We're adding this time. We want the tangent of 165.
We'll do 120 and 45.
Yeah, do the same ones. Why not? Makes sense. So now use the other formula, and y'all go ahead and do that.